And a good Friday afternoon to you. Welcome to event number 5 here at the NVA USA, Long Beach City College. My name is Matt Prosser, joined alongside Orange County Stunners middle blocker, NVA All-Star, NVA champion Nick West.
Thank you for having me, Coach.
Nice to have you here, Nick. Getting ready for our next match here, second match of this weekend, and this is going to be a good one. The San Diego Wild taking on the Utah Stingers in what should be an entertaining match. Nick, what are your highlights and takeaways here to set this stage for this match?
Well, looking at the two teams right now, the first takeaway I have is that the San Diego Wild have a significantly larger number of players available and ready to play. The Stingers are a bare bones operation this week. I see 7 players for them. Just enough to get by with a volleyball match.
So the Stingers will have 1 substitution on the bench. That's not in the libero uniform. Meanwhile, yeah, San Diego Wild, you're right, has about 2 squads worth. But to go back to the Stingers, they might be low on numbers, but their quality of players looks to be on point. I see
absolutely.
Russell Holmes, Anovo Romero, George Mencia, Zebra Hoyt, and also Reed Chilton playing libero. Chandler Baugh will be the libero.
Definitely no lack of experience and leadership for the Stingers lineup this week.
And the second middle for the Stingers will be Fabian Rojena. Meanwhile, for San Diego, curious to see who their starting group is, as expected. Josh Eisenberg will be wearing the purple uniform for the libero. You have Uchenna Afoha through the middle, Lior Schiffer, Brendan Rattray, Berge getting the start for the first time this season. Nick, you were asking, and then also new addition, number 18, the setter for San Diego Wild, Brett Alderman. 6'3", born in 1979, so he's going to bring the average age up a little bit for the San Diego squad.
Just a little bit, yeah. It's our first look at him this year, and let's see how he settles into this aggressive Wild lineup.
So here we go, Stingers taking on the Wild. Stingers will be serving first. They're on the right side of your screen wearing the green and yellow uniforms, with San Diego on the left side of your screen wearing their all whites today.
Green and yellow, Coach, or is that blue and yellow?
I've always thought that to be a deep forest green.
Ooh, well.
Much like the trees that are found up in Utah.
Well, my girlfriend would like to remind me that I am constantly colorblind, but I think that's blue.
Well, thanks for the opinion, Nick. Meanwhile, San Diego going with the whites like we talked about with their purple and teal trim.
Yes, it's a nice, beautiful color there. Eisenberg showing the full scope of the purple jerseys.
Full fuchsia. It's a deep purple, too.
They say you never go full fuchsia.
Well, Josh is doing a good job with it right now.
He's pulling it off.
Russell Holmes, obviously the player/coach today for Utah Stingers, and San Diego head coach, the one and only Nick England, has removed himself from the broadcast booth to take over the coaching duties. Meanwhile, Ira Thor and Noah Chast have got the weekend off. Unfortunately, we wish them all the best, and they are definitely here in spirit.
Yeah. Hey, boys. How you doing?
Final details getting turned in by our officiating crew. Lineups have been confirmed, and we are just about to get underway here. Final weekend of the regular season. Only one more match after this one for both of these teams before qualifying for the championship event, which will take place later this month.
Anyone who caught the first match probably heard the conversation that Nick England and I had about how important this is for the Wild to win in 3 sets. If they do not win in 3 sets, the Ramblers will have an advantage over them looking into the playoff seeding. So crucially important match for them as they look to maintain that slight statistical point lead over them.
Yes, all teams are jockeying for that seeding placement in that championship event like we talked about. Las Vegas Ramblers getting the victory this morning in 3 sets over the Inland Empire Matadors. And earlier in the season, San Diego did lose to the Ramblers. I believe. I have to get our statistician to check on that, but
They
we'll come
did.
back to that later as we're about to get underway. It's Reed Chilton to start us off. And as expected, San Diego gets a strong side out from the left side to get this match underway.
Well, good morning. Nice line shot there by Schiffer.
It's 1:04 in the afternoon, Nick. Sorry. Just got to make sure you know. I know you're not wearing a watch, but I am. Alderman, his first serve of the season, goes short over the net. Romero gets it past the block, but I believe there's called a net violation against Anovo Romero.
Point going to the Wild. Stingers inquiring about maybe challenging this play.
So the call goes against the Stingers as a net violation. Point goes to San Diego. No challenge coming in. Short serve overpass. Ofoha through the middle gets controlled. Chance now for Mencia. Blocked back. Ofoha and Rattray pair up for that one.
Closing the door on that attempt. 4 hands in his face, and he has nowhere to go.
So an early 3-0 lead now for San Diego. Michael Hoyt, they call him Zebra, through the middle for his first attack of the day.
Zebra getting the first middle kill between both teams. Look for both teams to get a lot of offensive action through their middles.
So far, not the most effective or high-pressure serves from either side, and a lot of action through the middle, establishing that connection. Nick, I'll ask you the infamous question. How important is it to go middle often and early in a match?
You got to start and establish the middle often and early so you can get single looks on the outside and opposite. And if you don't have a strong middle, you need to have a strong big presence in the back row. Either one will do you good to get open looks on the block and more chances for clean kills.
You sound like you've got some coaching in your future, Nick. Absolutely. Another set through the middle, but this time Zebra misses wide, and the lead grows now for San Diego.
Stingers trying to get 2 early kill opportunities in the middle, just like I mentioned, but Ofoha putting up a good block in front of him, and Zebra has no room for real estate.
Overhead to Mencia, and he goes off of Bergey's forehead and up into the crowd.
Good job dealing with that tight set there. Didn't have much of an option, only than to tip it back into that block.
Mencia playing in that opposite position that he typically does do so for the Stingers as Hoyt goes with his jump float serve right at Schiffer. Overhead to Rattray. He gets a touch off the block. Stingers don't argue it, so the point will go to San Diego, and it's Brendan Rattray with his first point of the match.
It's close enough to be questionable, but I do believe I heard that contact on the block. Yep, Stingers are not arguing it. Point Rattray.
Uchenna Ofoha out of Toronto, Canada with his first serve of the match. Overhead to Mencia.
Tools the block and out of bounds.
So the call on the floor is that the ball went off the block and into the antenna. Bergey utilizing some of that Israeli argument concepts that he developed in that last season playing in Tel Aviv. But a fruitless effort that time as Mencia will now jump serve. Alderman to Carnegie through the middle. That's a nice connection for the Wild there.
Matt Carnegie showing why he is the all-star selection for the American Conference. All-star game, by the way, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Be sure to catch Mr. Carnegie, fellow teammates. Brandon Rattray, I believe, made the team too, right?
He did, as did you.
As did I, yeah. I was going to get to that, but I was talking about the Wild.
Okay.
I believe also Lior Schiffer made the team.
Chandler Ball with the jump serve, goes to Berge, and again Carnegie through the middle. Nice connection, but it all starts with a pass, Nick West.
Absolutely. You need a nice high pass to give Carnegie the option to see those lanes, which way he wants to go, and finding it.
Matt Carnegie, one of the most dynamic middle blockers in the league. There's quite a few of them, obviously, but he's up there at the top as Romero has to just roll this one over. 3 in a row through the middle. Carnegie gets 3 points, all back to back to back.
A little bit of a lucky bounce there, but all things aside, 3 for 3, hitting 100.
So even though San Diego Wild utilizing a new setter this weekend and Brett Alderman establishing that connection, obviously they've been practicing quite a bit down there in San Diego. And there's a service ace from Berge.
Berge, the bearded wonder, showing the Stingers just exactly what he could do on the service line. Forcing a timeout.
10-4 in favor of San Diego. We'll be right back after this brief timeout. So after that Utah Stingers timeout, they find themselves down by 6 points. We get back to action. It'll be Sam Berge at the inline. Former UCLA Bruin. Just finished up a season in Tel Aviv, Israel. His jump serve. Wow. Right at J.J. Rosa. Good pass. Romero gets touched on the attack, and Schiffer can't save it. So the timeout worked well for Stingers. They get the side out and the point.
Shaving the lead down to 5 points now. Back to serve for the Stingers is Fabian Rojeña.
Bit of a hybrid jump float there from Rojeña down the line of Berge. Outside to Schiffer, and Schiffer swings through the block and down for the kill.
Schiffer now just looks like he's swinging into the ocean. He cannot miss, just finding clear open court with these early swing attempts.
Good awareness there from Brett Alderman, the setter, to realize Schiffer attacking against Reed Chilton. Perhaps a bit of a mismatch there as Carnegie goes with his hybrid serve at Romero, and it's a service ace for Matt Carnegie.
Second ace of the match now for San Diego Wild, opening up the early set lead here. 12 serving 5.
7-point lead here. Not even halfway through set number 1. Make that a 6-point lead as that serve doesn't clear the net system. Timing on that attack, that serve, not quite where Matt wanted it to be. And now it'll be Reed Chilton with his jump float serve. Side set again to Schiffer. That one tight, recycled nicely. Eisenberg goes with a jump bump set. Mencia just has to free ball it over. Big attack from Berge, but Zebra Hoyt and Mencia are there to shut it down.
Way to stay disciplined on that front line there. Zebra taking the wrist away shot on the big attempt there and shutting the door fast.
Chilton this time goes to Eisenberg. Questionable choice there. Oh, Rattray gets denied by Enovo Romero. What a stuffing.
See ya. Oh.
Brendan Rattray, one of the heaviest arms in the league, and when he hits hard, he sometimes gets blocked harder, Nick.
One of the heaviest arms, but one of the heaviest blocks, too.
That might be a contender for block of the season right there. Does he go back to him? He does. And he gets blocked. Goes over. Mencia down the line. Eisenberg gets the touch,
Yes.
kept alive, and a free ball back to the Stingers. Mencia again. And this time, Mencia finds the seam.
Stingers come out on top. Man, Brandon Rattray swinging for the fences again, and almost 2 in a row, but able to get that back up. Some great swings from both sides.
And the Stingers have been able to claw back to within 3 points now. It's 9 serving 12. Another serve to Eisenberg. Good pass this time. Rattray out of the back row looking for fingers. Misses wide, and it's a hitting error. Nick is going to put up a video challenge. And I think Nick saw a net violation, perhaps, on that block.
Maybe a touch.
Hard to say.
I didn't see one myself, but quite a 5-point swing there. Stingers clawing their way back into this.
So interesting strategy here by head coach Nick England of San Diego Wild. That was the 3rd straight attack to Brendan Rattray, 2 of which had gotten blocked. That one was called out of bounds. No touch and no net violation, but again, the challenge coming in from San Diego Wild, kind of using it as a timeout perhaps, but also Nick fairly confident that he saw something that the referees did not see.
Now, and a lot of you at home might be thinking, wow, Brandon Rattray, he gets another chance after being roofed 2 times in a row. But for them to succeed, his energy that he brings and his aggressiveness in his offense, when he's on and he's going, it's pretty much impossible to stop you. Like, you will put yourself in a chance to win every single time. Trying to get him back on board and trying to get him rolling with his swings, but last 3 attempts didn't go the way he wanted. Wild setter Elderman doing a really good job. Middles have looked really good, hard swings.
Coach's point right there for Nick England. So it is confirmed at the video challenge that there was a net violation.
Nick England deep down knew that it is impossible for Brandon Rattray to make 3 errors in a row. By the law of statistics, should challenge it, and it'll probably be right.
Meanwhile, head coach Russell Holmes having a little extended conversation with our second official about that ruling, and we're back to action as Alderman with his jump float serve. Ball with a nice pass overhead to Romero, and Inovo Romero misses from the right side.
Just a little bit long on that swing attempt. Looks like he had a nice look on that angle shot. Wishes he had it back.
Now only one blocker in front of him. That's a ball you've got to get in the court to earn that side out. Mencia with the pass and the chance to swing, blocked and covered. Now overhead to Romero again. Into the block this time, and it sneaks it through. Point for the Stingers. So here is now Inovo Romero at the inline. Outside hitter for the Utah Stingers. He's been a mainstay for this club for the last several years. Goes with that high toss, aggressive jump serve right at Eisenberg. Schiffer's got a bump set outside to Rattray. Into the block, but covered. But it goes out of bounds.
Great serve there.
I was just about to say, it all started with that aggressive jump serve from Romero, getting San Diego out of system.
Jamming them up.
And allowing them to stay within striking distance now, just 3 points down. Romero that time hammers it into the net.
Schiffer now for the Wild, back to serve.
Cuts it short, overpass, and Berge is there to to take care of it.
Berge able to bury that one deep into 6, hits it past everyone. Couldn't control that pass there for the Stingers. Forced that overpass.
So the lead back to 5 now with Schiffer at the end line again. Attacks the seam, gets the overpass. Alderman to Berge. Saved by Chilton. Mencia goes to Hoyt through the middle, kept alive. Berge again. Chilton gets the dig. J.J. Rosa runs it down, but now it's just a free ball over to San Diego. Advantage to the Wild, and a Foha through the middle goes wrist away.
Uchenna saying enough of this tips and roll shots. Give me the ball. I'll hit it hard. I will get the point. Opens the lead back up to 6 points now.
And now Utah decides to use their second timeout, second and final timeout of this first set. Sensing a little trouble, down by 6 points. I want to talk it over. Stay with us. Close. Welcome back inside Long Beach City College Gymnasium here, event number 5. Matt Prosser alongside Nick West. San Diego Wild taking on the Utah Stingers. After that second timeout, Lior Schiffer getting us back to action. His jump serve into the net. And a good timeout taken advantage of that time by the Stingers.
The old icing the kicker technique pays off for the Utah Stingers.
Zebra Hoyt, jump float serve. Schiffer with a good pass through the middle. High hands goes Ofoha.
Yeah, both your middles are hitting above 900. Let's keep on feeding them.
See our first substitution for San Diego Wild now as Ofoha gets replaced by Nicholas Dennis, serving specialist, outside hitter. He goes with that high toss, jump spin serve, and he hits Kanigi in the back of the head. So that substitution not working out for San Diego. And Liz Dennis will be replaced by Ofoha.
He's lucky his teammate was in the way there, otherwise that ball had a good chance of going under the net.
Mencia, wrist away, pass well from Berge. Alderman tries to go get a Kanigi. And that'll be called double contact on Sam Berge.
Yep, third contact off of Berge's face. Didn't have enough control to get that one back over. Kanigi getting a bad set there. Stingers there, forming a nice wall to push that thing back down on Wild side.
Mencia being aggressive from the end line, goes to Berge again. Overhead to Rattray, and he gets a touch. Ooh. Called a touch by our line judge. Stingers disagree, and I think we're going to see a challenge come in from Russell Holmes. He's talking to our second official.
Yes,
and
he is.
We are going to get a challenge.
I didn't see a touch, personally. I thought that he actually hit that out of bounds. But Lord knows I'm wrong all the time.
So a little clarification going on down there on the court. Our line judge, Patrick, did call a touch. Hard to tell if it was on the block or on the back row defender. We don't have access to the challenge system feed, but our head challenge official is reviewing it, and we should get a ruling here.
Ooh, they are doing a rock, paper, scissors on the net.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see how it turned out.
Didn't see how it turned out either, but good handshakes all the way around. Sportsmanship of utmost importance here in the NVA. And now we're going to get an official meeting at the ref stand as our R1 will continue to discuss what is happening here on the court. So this is a fairly important moment for Utah. They're down by 5 if this call was to stand. If it gets reversed in their favor, they'll only be down by 4 points, Nick, which keeps them within striking distance, but they certainly have had their hands full trying to slow down this Wild offense.
And it's an important time to start to grind back as we are quickly approaching winning time in the set.
I like to call it the business end.
The business end.
It's where you make your money.
I don't know,
right?
that sounds kind of dirty to me.
Well, I guess that's where your head's at. Get your mind out of the gutter. This is a volleyball match. So it's confirmed out of bounds. No touch. It's overruled.
Hey.
And the Stingers will get the point.
Justice has been served.
Watch the repeat, huh? Watch the repeat.
So Mencia will then continue to serve with his team down by 4 here in set number 1. And this one gets away from him. He misses long. So perhaps that challenge, even though they got the overrule, kind of iced their own player, perhaps. Brendan Rattray now. Foot fault, and he sent that one to the wall.
Over and out.
That's exactly correct, Nick.
Yeah,
Exactly correct. Over and out.
Yours is better. Yours is better.
Chandler Baugh, outside hitter, lefty. Jump serves to Berge. He's clearly the service target. This time he goes hard off the blocker's hands and out of bounds.
Didn't have much to work with there and just decided to blast it as hard as he could into that block. Got a lucky rattle.
So San Diego Wild reach 20. They're up by 5 with Berge at the inline, and he misses long. Service game from both teams has come a bit unraveled here as this opening set has developed. Fabian Rojena, jump float serves at Berge. Through the middle, Carnegie gets controlled, but the Stingers can't reel that one in, so a side out for San Diego. Carnegie continues to be offensively effective for the team in white.
He will now try his luck from the service line. He has got a nasty hybrid when he puts it in.
And we also call that one the broadcaster's jinx. Nick, congratulations and welcome to the club. I'm sure Matt will let you know his appreciation for that one after the match is over and he gets a chance to watch this broadcast on demand on YouTube. Here's Lior Schiffer challenging Mencia down the line and winning. Now just 3 points from taking this opening set. Brett Alderman at the inline, tiptoes his way up, jump floats it to Hoyt through the middle. Picked up and overpassed. Romero is there. Chilton goes to Mencia. Schiffer has to dive for it, and Ofoha falls over trying to play that one out of the net. Applaud the effort, but unfortunately for the Wild, they lose the point.
Bottom of that net not being kind to Uchenna. Tried to scoop it out of there, but it just died like a lame duck as soon as it hit it. Stingers a chance to knock on the door here. Give the Wild a little bit of pressure. And with this man back at the service line, they've always got a shot.
This man, Anovo Romero now with the jump serve. Schiffer doing a good job to control it. Gets the set over ahead and hammers that one cross court. Lior Schiffer, a little give and go that time.
Gosh, good speed on that one. Just a vicious attack. Cuts that thing all the way back and Said a read can't handle that one.
23 serving 18. Wild in the driver's seat now. Schiffer at the inline, catches the tape and gets the trickler ace.
Lucky gift there. No one goes for it on the Stinger side. The tape has spoken.
So that brings us to set point opportunity number 1 for San Diego in this best of 5 match. Schiffer. Well, the net giveth and the net taketh away.
Oh, man. I don't know if you had a chance to see any of that first game before this one, but it was a tale of so many missed serves. I don't want to see another one.
Still set point for the Wild. Good pass in from Schiffer. They go left side to Berge. Off the hands, picked up by Chilton. Now just a free ball over. Pass by Foha through the middle, blocked and covered. Over on 2. Here comes Chandler Baugh with the roll shot. Rattray's there.
Wow.
And Rohena getting creative for the point.
A windmill behind his head swing. Find some open court. Great creativity there.
Stingers reach 20, but they're still down by 4 points, and it's still set point for San Diego. That serve right at Schiffer. Here comes Rattray, and Rattray misses wildly. Another ball that hits the back wall on the fly.
Ooh, just abusing that New Jersey Freedom sign back there. Finding no hands. Giving the Stingers another chance.
Now it's 21 serving 24. So pitter-patter of some feet from the Stingers here. Short serve this time. Alderman back again to Rattray. Controlled, but they can't run it down. And that's how set number 1 will conclude. San Diego gets the set 1 victory, 25-21 over the Utah Stingers. Stay with us. Come back for more action after this quick timeout. And welcome back inside Long Beach City College Gymnasium here for set number 2 of San Diego Wild taking on the Utah Stingers here on the NVA YouTube website, streaming live volleyball for you all weekend long. Thanks for joining us wherever you are in the volleyball universe. Matt Prosser alongside Nick West. Nick, we're getting a glance at the statistics from set number 1. Not the most impressive numbers, but what stands out to you on this sheet?
Well, it's like we mentioned earlier about establishing the middles. Carnegie is a perfect 4 for 4 right now. And Uchenna's hitting 3 of 6. A couple of those were tip attempts, so, you know, maybe it wasn't the perfect set. And then looking at the Stinger side, a little bit bigger of a blocking presence. Mikhail Hoyt has 3 blocks already. The team total has 4. I just like to see them clean up service errors, both sides.
Now San Diego having 8 service errors in that first set. As we're back to action, Mencia gets the first opportunity but hits that ball into the net. There has been a change made on the San Diego Wild side. We see Joel Auerkamp coming in to play opposite, replacing Brendan Rattray, that right side hitter position. Romero with the hard cross court, sending a message through the net that time, Nick.
Yeah, I think that swing had a little bit of authority behind it.
Putting a little something extra on that one is a Novo Romero.
Eisenberg not able to handle the heat on that one.
Schiffer, though, returns the favor, goes hard off of Romero's block and up into the crowd. And it's 2-1 San Diego.
You know, we talk about the heavy arms that the Wild have, but absolutely the Stingers, they're just a collection of heavy arms out there.
And experience as well. If you look at this Stinger lineup, the volleyball IQ, if you will, Nick, very, very high for this Stingers team when you factor in Russell Holmes and Novo Romero, Reed Chilton, NCAA champion at BYU, obviously, George Mencia, Mikhail Hoyt. A lot of volleyball being played by all the team members of Utah.
Romero showing you a little bit of that experience and intelligence there, swinging high off the hands and deep off the court.
Big serve that time, but it's Joel Auerkamp. Welcome to the match, sir, with the line bounce that time.
Good guy. Nice swing there, Joel. That left-handed swinger. He's a southpaw, so that's going to open up some different opportunities. The Stingers are going to have to adjust accordingly.
Yeah, good awareness there by Alderman to realize the mismatch of the hitter versus blocker matchup that time. Comes Berge, off the hands, picked up by Rosa. Chandler Baugh with a chance, and he goes off the block and out of play. Well done by Chandler Baugh. You know, he's listed as a libero, and we've seen him play libero for pretty much his entire career. Not very often does he play outside hitter. Coming in at about, what would you say, Nick? 5'10"?
Yeah.
First thing in the morning?
Yeah, high fives.
Oh, that ball was called out of bounds.
He's
An instant challenge, though, coming in from Utah.
Yep, they are going to challenge
An
it.
instant challenge. The entire team was adamant that they needed to challenge that one. That serve dead to the corner. Quite a few individuals standing around it. Our line judge called it out of bounds. He's pretty adamant with the call as well. We're going to take it upstairs here. Utah looking to get that point back and have it be a service ace. Could result in their first lead of the match.
But like you mentioned about Chandler Baugh, you know, he shows no fear in the face of just the monsters on the other side of the court. You know, he's got that well-formed block. He's 5'10", like you mentioned. And he just sees that and says, nope, I'll just take those hands and swipe this ball out of bounds.
Well, it speaks to how important the ability is to attack the ball off the block, and the challenge comes in. It is a service ace for Utah.
Utah taking their first lead of the match, I believe.
Can Hoyt follow up with another one, Nick. And he goes short this time at Carnegie. Through the middle, Hoyt was there but can't control it. Side out for San Diego.
Zebra trying to challenge Carnegie there, giving him the opportunity to pass and the opportunity to hit his own pass. And he opted to swing right back in his direction, and I'd say point for Carnegie.
Here's our camp from the back line. Good jump serve. Romero on the Bick attack. That play worked out nicely for the Stingers.
Great tempo there. With that type of speed, it's going to be really hard for the Wild to stop that.
Now 5 serving 4. The Stingers leading, but Mencia makes contact with the inline. That's against the rules. And the point will go to San Diego.
Just a tippy toe there on the end line.
Berge now serving for San Diego. And that one gets away from him. Another service error for the Wild. They had 8 service errors in game number 1. And they continue to add to that statistic, which you and I both would like them to maybe turn it down a little bit and make their serves.
8 is way too many.
Right back with another missed serve there.
Back and forth we go. Carnegie trying to break the service miss stalemate.
Novo Romero goes down the line and hits that one off of our camp's shoulder. So the Stingers still clicking on offense now, getting Romero activated here in set number 2. Rohania now from the left side of the service line goes at Eisenberg pretty easily, and Schiffer hits that ball as if there was no block in front of him. Serve to Romero, overhead, Mencia from the back line, blocked, but it's covered, and now a free ball. Advantage Wild. Good pass. They go overhead to our camp, and he puts it away for the point.
Stingers doing a good job keeping that ball alive. But in the end, Wild come out on top.
San Diego regaining the lead now, 8 serving 7. Alderman surveys the opponent and lobs that one over to Romero, and that ball gets dug. Eisenberg sets Schiffer, and Schiffer misconnects on that ball and sends it out of bounds.
Schiffer wishes he could have that one back. No control, just straight knuckle.
San Diego team mascot Ollie England over there thought he was going to get a little action in the game. Alderman to Foha gets picked up. Romero into the block but recycled. Now just a free ball, but they call 4 contacts against Utah.
Yeah, that was going to be 4 even if he did put that ball back over. Contacts 2 and 3 coming quite quickly next to each other. A little communication error there.
Maintaining that 1-point lead, Schiffer takes a little bit off. Pass well from Rosa. Here comes Romero, tipped, kept alive. Schiffer with the aggressive set to our camp, but it goes over the net and out of bounds.
And these are those points that might come back to bite the Wild. In the behind, they need to win these 3 sets.
Yeah, just to recap what's on the line here, if San Diego Wild is able to win this match in 3 sets, they will solidify the 1 seed on their side of the playoffs in next week's, the next event. And we got a double contact called against Utah.
Rosa with a great dig there. Chilton just doesn't have enough legs underneath him to get that ball cleanly set. Getting the double contact.
Now if San Diego was to win this match but have it be in 4 sets, that means that they'll be in the 2nd seeded position in the championship event, which is not quite as preferred as the 1 seed.
It's definitely a lot harder journey. You know, you're going to have to beat quality teams regardless, but playing a 4 seed is much more preferable than playing the 3.
Overhead set to Auerkamp, and he finds the seam.
Joel doing a good job coming in, being a nice little spark here for the Wild.
Auerkamp with one of the heaviest arms in the league at that opposite position as a lefty. Brings a unique angle of attack and serve. Nearly an ace. That ball's going to go over. Carnegie can't handle it. Baugh throws that one down. That's the matchup that they want to see, Baugh against Alderman.
Baugh opting with his left hand there and throwing that thing straight down. Set was a little bit off, but he can deal with it.
Good creativity there from the 5'10" outside hitter. And now Mencia serving at 11-10. Goes at Berge. Nice pass. Carnegie hangs in the air, turns it back crossbody, and he misses wide. Now a 2-point lead.
I believe you're right, yeah. Might be a little bit of lag here on the score. Stingers with the advantage, though.
Regardless, Mencia with the jump serve. This time brought way off the net, outside to Berge. Goes into the block. Rosa steps into bump set. Romero has to run and hit it. Overpass. Chance now for Utah through the middle. Battled back and forth. Romero swinging away. Oh, Eisenberg, what a scoop. Here comes Auerkamp. Dug up by Mencia. Chilton tries to, what just happened? He's self-covered. And Carnegie gets it through the middle. What a big effort from both sides that time.
Wow, great plays all around.
Now both of these teams realize what's on the line here. Utah would love to get this upset in their favor. Still got a ways to go after losing that first set, but playing a much better brand of volleyball right now, tied up at 12s. Berge from the end line, and he hammers that one into the net. Service error number 15 for San Diego.
That sounds right. Let's go with that.
That was a conservative guess. I was going to initially say something much larger.
Definitely double digits, though.
Blocked but covered. Second chance now for Schiffer. Goes with the off-speed shot into the block, and it works.
And goes fishing on that one with that roll shot. And hooks Reed Chilton there. Nice off-speed point.
Good awareness to realize that Chilton as a setter was that wing blocker. There's a misconnection from Romero, and the point will go to San Diego.
Matt Carnegie, middle blocker, back to serve.
Overhead set to Mencia out of the back row, but he misses. Discussing a possible challenge, touch off the block. Mencia says no. Russell is
think with that swing, he was definitely hunting for fingers, but didn't catch any pay dirt. Oh.
Well, the ball never lies.
Another point and another wild miss.
I wouldn't say that was wildly missed. It was just.
Oh no, another wild miss. Like another time where the Wild has missed a serve.
Good pass from Schiffer. Pick attack, Berge. Nicely done. San Diego continuing to utilize that pick attack. And that'll bring us to our media timeout here in set number 2. Stay with us. More action right after this quick break. Welcome back here. Set number 2 after that media timeout. San Diego Wild enjoying a 2-point lead at the moment. Here in set number 2, if you're just joining us, San Diego won the opening set 25-21 in this non-conference matchup between San Diego and Utah.
And their new setter, Alderman, back to serve.
Float serves over to Romero, through the middle to Hoyt, and Hoyt goes wrist away to get the side out.
God, no lag time on that swing. Just straight quickness, straight speed. Just snatches it right out of his hand. Josh Eisenberg has no chance to react to that.
(15 serving 16) after that court maintenance gets wrapped up. Chilton goes over to Schiffer. Alderman through the middle to Afoha. So right back through the middle. San Diego says, whatever you can do, Nick, we can do better.
I can do better. Oh, dang it, you just beat me to it.
Sorry, I should have left that door open for you. But
and one of these days we'll be finishing
it's only our second time working together, so we'll work on those handoffs. Roll shot over to Rosa. Passed well. In the middle again. Controlled, though. Berge hard off the fingertips. Nice awareness that time. Sam Berge gets the point.
Perfect set there out of system. Berge climbs the ladder, hits off those hands. Great textbook point there by Sam Berge.
Schiffer continuing to serve for San Diego. Good placement this time on Romero. Here comes Mencia from the left. Gets a touch in the back court. And there's a net violation called against San Diego. Our down official, Cheno Foha, doesn't agree, but he's smiling, so.
Yeah, I think he might agree now.
Might have to work on his poker face perhaps, Nick?
Yeah, we're going to have to work on his acting class.
Good social media following, though, for Cheno Foha, if you haven't checked him out on Instagram. Meanwhile, our camp with the roll shot, picked up by Rosa. Mencia gets shut down by Berge. And the bearded, flowing locks of Sam Berge gets another block point for his side.
These guys have been going back and forth at each other at the net all day, and Berge finally getting an emphatic block.
Out of system now for the Stingers. Mencia just has to free ball it over. Taken by Auerkamp, gets it right back, but Auerkamp gets shut down by Chandler Baugh.
Yeah, baby. What a block. Elevating, climbing up there. Shuts him down.
Again, the matchup that San Diego definitely wants to emphasize, but that time it's Chandler Baugh, and all 5'10" of him gets that solo block on Auerkamp. Another chance overhead, and this time Auerkamp hammers that one.
Baugh trying to get away with a little magic trick there, clamping down on the net and trying to blame it on Auerkamp, but
say maybe once, but never twice.
Gosh, great swing there by Joel.
San Diego reaches 20 as Auerkamp goes to the back line to serve. Through the middle, and Rohania gets it done. Mencia flirting with the inline. Good serve. They go to Carnegie. Gets picked up. Rosa steps in, a bump set Mencia. And the off-speed creativity from the veteran works that time for the Stingers.
Sets that straight into the block. The block pulled down, and Carnegie tried to play that up. That is his ball, but he unfortunately passes it to where no one else is. Stingers now with a chance to fight back and take this one.
Mencia, another tough jump serve, gets San Diego out of system, but Auerkamp puts it away. Goes cross court for the winner.
The Wild have done such a good job establishing Carnegie in the middle. Auerkamp is just getting all these options and angles. The middle blocker for the Stingers having a hard time closing. Joel's just going to abuse those options.
Now 21 serving 19. A free ball from Utah. Advantage over to Wild. They go to Carnegie, and Carnegie misconnects. Hitting error gives the point over to Utah. Costly error there. You never want to miss a point on a free ball opportunity like that, Nick.
Nope. No, but he did have a well-formed block in front of him, and Matt just trying to force it in there. Just hits it a little bit out.
Chandler Baugh, though, lets him off the hook, and he hammers that ball into the net. It's now 22 serving 20.
We haven't talked much about the Stingers missing their serves, but talk about a crucial time to miss one.
Crucial indeed. Carnegie serving with a 2-point lead, 22-20. Hybrid serve over to Baugh, handled nicely. And Romero goes down the line, but he misses wide.
Yeah, Romero's just a little bit late on that set. It's a little tight, and he tries to make up for it by tagging that line, but he does not have the chance to get it.
No timeout being called by Utah as Carnegie gets ready to hybrid serve again to Romero. Chilton goes back to Romero this time, and he hammers it through the block and down.
And that's what he can do with a set that's there and a set that's in his wheelhouse. Good response, and way to come back to him by Reed Chilton, giving his outside hitter some confidence.
Nick, you're an NVA All-Star. Not that you make very many hitting errors, but how important is it to get that set right back after making a hitting error on the previous attack?
It's huge for confidence because, you know, we talk a lot about moving on to the next play, but if you make an error, sometimes it's still lagging in your head a little bit, and the quickest thing to get that out of your head is to get the ball and make another positive play.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. So after that point by San Diego, that brings the Wild to set point here in set number 2. They've got 3 chances at it. Looking to take a stranglehold on this match. Take the second set. Still no timeout being called by the Stingers. Short serve, pass by Romero. You go overhead to Mencia. Tipped over. Eisenberg with a diving save. Schiffer from the left, rolled over. Mencia's there. Chilton left side. Romero tipped up, but there's a net violation called against Joel Auerkamp. And the Stingers fight off the first set point.
Wild trying to do too much there. Trying to bite off a little bit more than they can chew. End up in the net, giving the Stingers setter Reed Chilton a chance to bring his team back into the set.
San Diego Wild in rotation 1, 3 hitters in the front row. Alderman back in area 1 as Chilton gets ready to serve. Not the strongest of servers for the Stingers, but he finds the court, and he gets a service ace.
I was just about to say, not the strongest of serves, but talk about all reliable, man. He will put that ball in on your weakest passer. Getting the ace and making things a little more interesting.
A little more interesting indeed now. 23 serving 24. This time passed by Eisenberg. Overhead to Schiffer, off the hands, and that'll do it. Leor Schiffer gets the swing to drop, and San Diego takes set number 2, 25-23. They lead this match 2-0. We'll switch ends. Come back for set number 3 after this quick break. himself from the broadcast. He has to prepare himself for this competition match that will start at 4 p.m. local time. Meanwhile, San Diego Wild takes Utah Stingers. San Diego Wild up to a 2-0 set advantage now after getting sets victories 25-21, 25-23. Chilton gets us back underway. Tipped over, picked up by Chilton. Here comes Romero into the block, and it's not covered. Block point for Alderman and a Foha. That's block point number 3 for the San Diego Wild. Statesman here in the NVA as that attack from Romero goes cross-court through the seam. It's 1-1. Glancing some statistics through 2 sets of action. After set 2 was 38% for the Stingers, 48% for the Wild, so statistically much stronger for San Diego. However, from the inline, they're sitting at 11 service errors on the match. That is a bit concerning for head coach Nick England. As the Stingers get the side out. Now Mikhail Hoyt, middle blocker, will serve. 2 points on the offensive side of the ball for his team so far. Chilton gets the dig. Now Boss steps into set. Mencia goes off of our camp and out of play. Mencia utilizing some of that volleyball IQ that we were talking about earlier. That set perhaps a little bit too tight to swing at. So he just places it into the hands and then swipes it off the block. Good awareness by Mency, as his teammates call him. Berge with the high ball set, gets blocked but covered. It's got to come over. Chance now for Mencia, and 2 in a row off of the block and out of play. So 4 serving 2 here, early action in set 3. Mikhail Zebra Hoyt with that jump float serve right at Berge. Pretty easy pass to Afoha. Good touch on the block. Chance now for the Stingers. And the big attack works. And the lead swells to 3. Stingers looking to respond now here in set number 3. They've got a mountain in front of them. They have to pull off a reverse sweep if they want to win this match. Meanwhile, for the Wild, we've talked about their seeding is on the line as our camp goes on 2 that time to score the point. San Diego Wild looking to win this one in a 3-set sweep to solidify the 1 seed in our championship event for their side of the tournament bracket playoff. Novo Romero again out of the back row. Our camp getting the start again for San Diego Wild like he did in set number 2. Brendan Rattray started the match at opposite, but was then replaced by number 22. Joel Auerkamp at 6'7", played his college volleyball for the UC San Diego Tritons. Auerkamp, southpaw with a good jump serve right at Romero. Here comes Rohena through the middle, and he scores. Good connection there with Reed Chilton. Stingers maintain the 3-point lead. 7 serving 4 now. Moisture maintenance being addressed here on the side of San Diego Wild. And we're ready to get back to action. Chandler Baugh goes through his pre-serve routine. The southpaw gets the service ace off of Berge. Chandler Baugh coming on strong for the Stingers. Getting an opportunity, a chance to play at the outside hitter position and taking full advantage of it today. Can he go for 2 in a row? This time down the line at Eisenberg. Free ball, passed by Chilton. That's set off the net. Berge runs it down, but it goes over on one. Kept alive. Knigge has to set Berge. And they get it done. Here's Sam Berge. Big jump serve right at Romero. Enoval gets a chance from the left side, and he hammers that one under the block of Knigge. Big swing there to score the point and take the lead to 4. Rohena down the line of Berge. Service target. Auerkamp from the back row. And he delivers that ball to the corner. Big swing that time by Joel Auerkamp. Matt Knigge now at the inline. Takes a little bit off. Lobs that one over to Romero, and he gets the set. Auerkamp with a diving save. Schiffer gets the bump set. Rosa with the dig. Romero with nobody up hits that ball into the net. And San Diego Wild pull closer here in set number 3. Knigge serving again. Looking to add to it. Gets them in trouble. It's a service ace for Knigge. The Wild have pulled to within 1. 8 serving 9. Knigge this time opts for the float. Quick through the middle, and it's Zebra going wrist away to score. So after the Stinger timeout, they get back to a 2-point lead now as Chilton serves Eisenberg. Here comes Schiffer, and he goes off the block and out of bounds. Leo Schiffer producing for the Wild, has had a nice match in that outside hitter position. That's his 10th kill. Easy serve, pass by Zebra. Mencia from the left gets deflected. Eisenberg will set overhead to Schiffer, and he scores, finding an alley through the block, and we are tied up at 10s. Another short serve taken by Zebra through the middle, but he misses. There's no touch called. Wait a minute, though. Coach Russell Holmes steps up to our R2 and says he wants to use a challenge on that, asking for a touch off the block. And we've got the Wild admitting to the touch, so we're going to skip the challenge, and we'll play on. Stingers back to the 1-point lead now. It's 11 serving 10. Service ace from Romero down the line. Catches the tape and then catches Berge's platform before it goes up into the crowd. Now a 2-point lead reestablished for the Stingers here in set number 3.
Hey, hit the overpass, That's back.
Another big serve from Romero. Passed well. Schiffer from the right side, though. He finds the seam again to score. Writes the ship for his side. Lior Schiffer with his 12th point on the offensive side of things. Lior Schiffer at the inline. Tries to shake off the chanting fans. Gets it to work. The Stingers somehow score the point after that miscommunication on the side of San Diego Wild. Zebra Hoyt working on Berge again down the line. Afoha gets picked up by Hoyt. And now Mencia, he can't step close to it. Set wasn't there. Afoha with a second chance, and that time it works. Once again, Alderman going back-to-back through the middle to his big man, Uchenna Afoha. So it's Afoha at the inline now. Finding his side down by 1 point here in set number 3. Goes at Baugh. Out of system, Baugh gets the set right back, goes cross court for the winner. There's a net violation called against San Diego. And the side out will go to Utah. Here comes Mencia now with his pre-jump serve routine. Goes aggressive, but that one gets away from him and sails long. So back and forth we go. No one able to establish more than a 1 or 2 point advantage here in set number 3. Auerkamp catches the tape. Diving save, and Mencia drives it cross court for the winner. Stingers able to work themselves out of that one. Back to that 2 point lead now. Chandler Baugh finds himself at the inline. Another big jump serve that time by the Stingers, but misses long. So back-to-back service errors. Brings Wild to within 1, and now Berge, one of the most dangerous servers on this San Diego team, finds himself at the inline. Good serve into Romero. Gets it right back, off the hands, and Eisenberg can't save it. Point for the Stingers, and that's 16-14 on the board, which means we'll take a quick break for our media timeout here in set number 3. Come back right after this short timeout. NVA action coming to you live all weekend long from Long Beach, California. Thanks for joining us on the NVA USA YouTube channel. Big weekend in the world of volleyball. Obviously, 3 days of action here for the NVA. AVP Hermosa Beach happening all weekend as well. VNL action happening down the road in Anaheim, California. Lots of quality professional volleyball streaming to you live wherever you may be watching around the world. Thanks for joining us as we get back to action with the Stingers up by 2 here in set number 3. Serve. Knigge gets dug. Here comes Romero. Takes a look at the block and then hammers it off the hands and out of bounds. Stingers adding to their lead now, up by 3. Trying to turn the tables here against San Diego. Rohena down the line again at Berge. Set goes outside to Schiffer, and Schiffer goes 4-4 with a strong cross-court angle. Sends a message through the net. Looks at his teammates. Gives them a little, let's go. 15-17, San Diego. 2 points down here. Knigge misses his serve into the net. Here comes Reed Chilton. Serves over to Eisenberg. Auerkamp misconnects, but it finds the inline. Unconventional, but effective nonetheless. Hoyt with another pass. Mencia blocked, and that's not covered. The point will go to San Diego. Down by 1. Short serve again to Zebra through the middle, and that time with nobody in front of him. Zebra delivers the word and crushes that one for the point. It's now 19-17. But Romero hammers that ball into the net. And we'll play on. It's 18 serving 19 now. Russell Holmes limbering up on the sideline. Perhaps he's going to come into the game at some point, but Hoyt delivers that one back to the corner. And now Nick England will call a timeout for the San Diego Wild. Just a brief timeout here to discuss some strategies, probably, of what they would like to do on this chance to serve receive inside out as we've officially entered the business end of set number 3. That, of course, happens once a team reaches the 20th point of any specific set. Or if it's in set 5, it's pretty much the entire length of that set, business into the match, if you will. We'll see if we get there. Utah's going to have to maintain this level in the hopes of pulling off the reverse sweep. They've got a 2-point advantage here, and they're in a good spot, serving now at 20-18 after that San Diego Wild timeout. Hoyt now at the end line. 20 serving 18. Goes over to Eisenberg. Nice pass through the middle. Controlled, but finds the floor. Afoha was there, getting it done. It all started with a pass from Eisenberg, keeping his team in system. And now Afoha finds himself at the end line. Carnegie comes into the front row. Uchenna. Hybrid right at Baugh. Chilton goes to the middle. Rahena gets controlled. Afoha overpass. Oh no, the overpass gives the point to the Stingers. They're able to take care of it, and that is a bit of a heartbreak. Afoha could not control that one. And now Mencia is on the end line for the Stingers. Missed opportunity that time for the Wild. Big serve right at Schiffer. Nice pass. Here comes Carnegie, and he scores through the middle. Moisture on the floor. No sense of urgency by the Stingers side to get it cleaned up, but they will attend to it. And we're back to it now. Joel Auerkamp at the end line. Hard server Romero. Passed well, though. Romero on the big attack. And he gets it down for the point and a much-needed side out as Utah reestablishes the 2-point lead on the side out. Here's Chandler Baugh, 22 serving 20. Goes with the off-speeder, and it's an ace. Gets it to drop in front of Eisenberg. Sneaky, sneaky. As my co-commentator Ira Thor likes to say, Chandler Baugh getting the service ace. And now a 3-point lead. San Diego senses the pressure, and Coach Nick England calls his second timeout. So San Diego out of timeouts here for set number 3, confirming how many challenges he has in the bank. And Chandler Baugh back to the end line following his service ace. What can he do this time? Jump serve again at Eisenberg. Out of system. Berge sets over to Auerkamp, and he blasts that one into the tape. The Stingers have found themselves now at set point. Baugh goes cross court and misses that one wide. Set point number 1 fought off by San Diego. Still 3 more chances, though, for Utah, with Berge at the end line now. Berge goes aggressive but misses long. And that'll do it. Set 3 is in the record books with the Utah Stingers taking the victory 25-22 over San Diego Wild. Stay with us. Set 4 coming up after this short break. back inside here for the start of set number 4. San Diego Wild dropping that third set, effectively simultaneously dropping any possibilities of being the 1 seed for their side of the playoffs here in our championship event. So that's officially off the table now. So only playing for the win or loss here as it goes the rest of the way. Utah Stingers doing a nice job responding in set number 3, taking that victory. I misspoke earlier. It was 25-21 in favor of Utah as we get back underway with a quick point through the middle. Zebra Hoyt gets the set from Reed Chilton to get things underway. Hoyt having a very strong third set, and getting set number 4 started much the same. Auerkamp gets controlled. Rosa gets the dig. Romero gets the ball out of bounds and misses it wide. Tied up at 1s. Early action in set number 4 here as Lior Schiffer goes with the jump serve. Passed well. Hoyt continuing to be effective through the middle, and he scores his 2nd point of this 4th set. Romero goes strong but misses long. It's been a back and forth battle from the inline. Couple of aces, lots of errors, some out of system passes. Reception numbers for both sides a little lopsided. San Diego Wild currently passing at a 53%, which is pretty solid. Meanwhile, for Utah, only a 32%. That is not a very favorable number for your service reception. However, both teams well into the double digits on their service errors through 3 sets of action. Out of system set once again. Auerkamp gets dug up. Romero gets the chance from the back row, but against 3 blockers, he gets shut down. Serving 3. Joel Auerkamp now on the inline. Goes strong at Rosa. Through the middle again, it's Rohena getting in on the action. Four serving 3. Stingers still down in this match, 1-2. Mencia with that high toss, and he blasts that one right into the top of the tape. Another service error for the Stingers. Here comes Berge. Goes at Baugh. Picked up nicely. Mencia from the back row, and he places that ball nicely to the back corner. Well done by Jorge Mencia. Chandler Baugh now. Jump serves down the line. Overpass from Berge. Handled nicely. Backside again to Mencia, and again back-to-back points from the Stinger opposite attacker. Another veteran of this Utah team of the last several years. Tape serve. Chandler Baugh gets the trickler ace. His second one of the match. And Chandler Baugh continues to be a thorn in the side of San Diego Wild. Out of system, Eisenberg's got to step into set. High ball to Schiffer, advantage to the Stingers. Here comes Mencia. Tipped over, Afoha's there. Schiffer again. But a net violation against Utah, and San Diego will take the point. Afoha. Jump float serves over to Novo Romero. It's a tight pass, but then Reed Chilton shows off his volleyball IQ and wipes it off the block and up into the crowd. Nicely done there by the KG veteran. Reed Chilton, former BYU Cougar national champion. This ball gets passed by Carnegie, then gets the set, blocked back but covered by Eisenberg. Second chance, and Carnegie capitalizes. Rosa with the pass. Through the middle again to Hoyt. This time misfires, picked up easily. Auerkamp now, blocked back and covered. Alderman goes to Schiffer, and Schiffer gets it down to the floor and scores the point. Scoreboard reads 7 serving 8. And San Diego has had some trouble getting the lead here in sets 3 and 4 because of plays like that from Novo Romero. A nice in-system side out as the Stingers continue to keep the pressure on here in set number 4. Missing some key players this weekend. Storm Ngata Tafunga not in attendance. Sam and Kevin Cobran not in attendance. Shane Holdaway, their new middle from Long Beach State, not in attendance this weekend either. But the Stingers are hanging around, playing for themselves, their own teammates, trying to pull off a bit of an upset here if they can get it done. But there's a service ace from Schiffer, catching Romero up high. And that will tie us up at 9 points apiece here in set number 4. Lior Schiffer going for back-to-back aces, doesn't get it this time. Here's Mencia, blocked and covered. Chance now for Romero from the right side. He turns it off the hands and out of bounds. Stingers will take the point and the side out, and they regain that 1 point advantage. Strong serve that time, catches the tape and goes out of bounds. Good pass from Romero, somewhat in system. Mencia goes cross court. Alderman is there. Played over on 2, kept alive. Another chance, Mencia stumbles. Swatted back by Afoha. Another chance for Mencia. And Mencia misses that time as Berge ends up on his backside, and everyone makes sure that there's no injuries. But an attack error there by Mencia. Carnegie, aggressive this time from the end line. They go to Ball, and he hammers that one once again. Off the hands and out of play. Berge with a good pass. Gets the ball right back, and he delivers with a little something extra on that one. But Utah comes right back with their own side out. And we're tied up at 12. Mencia goes for the jump float serve right at Eisenberg. Berge off the block and out of bounds. Chilton says, I don't think I touched it. Not a smart challenge. I don't think the Stingers are going to do it. So the point will go to San Diego. Now Berge from the end line. He hammers that ball into the net, and clearly there was no touch on the previous play. Tied at 13. Chandler Baugh goes aggressive. Berge with a nice pass, though, and Schiffer gets shut down by Chilton, and Rohena pairing up for that big block. So the Stingers back to a 1-point advantage here in set number 4. Another serve right at Berge. Auerkamp, he goes off the arms and out of play. Big side out that time by San Diego Wild. As we are tied at 14s here in set number 4. Pass by Romero, gets it right back, and he places that ball nicely to the corner. Good pass in. Carnegie goes aggressive, gets controlled though. Romero gets one-handed dug. He's on the ground. Carnegie goes on 2, but he misses it wide. Just like that, the Stingers back to a 2-point advantage, and we're going to take a media timeout here in set number 4. Stay with us for more after this short break. Back to action here in set number 4. Utah Stingers currently enjoying a 2-point cushion here. However, they find themselves down in the match, 1-2, working themselves back up that mountain, trying to overcome a 2-set deficit to pull off a reverse sweep. Still lots of work to be done, though. Carnegie through the middle. Dig goes over the net. Chilton goes on 2. Carnegie again gets it down. San Diego having to work hard as this match progresses. Carnegie with a few words through the net. San Diego will take the point, and now Brett Alderman, their setter, goes with that jump float right at Inovo Romero, and he comes right back with the side out. Inovo Romero has gotten better as this match has gone on, which is a bit of his calling card if you've seen him play over the years. Not always the fastest starter, but gets worked into the match as it progresses. Carnegie with a big windup and swings high and deep that time for the side out. Novo Romero leading his team so far with 16 attack points, 1 block, 1 ace. And that serve travels just wide. Now is not the time for Wild to be missing too many more serves. Find themselves in this little bit of a hole here, down by 2 points. They can't give away free points to the opponent. As Romero now spins that one at Eisenberg. Auerkamp. Oh, Rosa with the dig. Kept alive. Mencia, high ball to the left. Blocked and self-covered. Romero out of system, into the block. It goes over. Chance now for Berge, and he goes hard cross court. Berge with a massive swing. Very, very big timing on that one. Much needed side out there for the San Diego Wild, as Matt Carnegie now goes with his hybrid serve, but too much on that one as it sails through the inline. And then we will now see Russell Holmes coming in to the match for his first appearance as a blocking substitution. Replaces Chandler Baugh. Interesting dynamic. He's going to go to the left side. They set Auerkamp. Russell Holmes is there, and he gets the block point. What? Russell Holmes showing that he can block on the left side wing. Not the most emphatic block of all times, but he just made sure I saw it. The ball still found the floor, nonetheless. Block point for Russell Holmes. And the lead now 3 points for the Stingers. Alderman overhead again to Auerkamp. Nearly controlled, but San Diego will get the side out. Holmes will come out. Ball will come back in. Damage has been done, though. Russell Holmes getting a block point in his first showing in this match. As Auerkamp opts for the deep standing float serve. Rosa can't handle it. Mencia into the block, still alive. They get it back over. Chance now for the Wild. Berge, cross court one-on-one, gets the point. San Diego appears to be begging for a out of rotation call, and now Russell Holmes steps in to call a timeout. Stay with us. Closes set number 4 right after this quick break. Back to it now after that Stinger timeout. sensing the pressure, only up by 1 here in set number 4 with our camp now serving again. Goes to the jump serve this time. Right at ball. Through the middle, Romero. He finds the hands and scores the point. It's 21-19 Utah. Utah trying to win this set and force the decisive 5th set tiebreaker. As Mencia goes short to Eisenberg. Through the middle, though, Afoha with his favorite cross-body chop down for the point. And now Berge steps up to the end line. Goes at Romero, nice pass. Through the middle, Rohena goes high and hard for the point. Utah back to a 2-point lead. And now Nick England calls a timeout to talk it over with his side. And we'll go back in after that San Diego Wild timeout. They find themselves down by 2 points here in set number 4, facing the reality of a potential 5th set tiebreak here with Chandler Baugh up at the end line. Utah looking to add to the lead. Strong serve, running set for Alderman. They go to Schiffer against the triple block, and he finds the seam to score. San Diego 21, serving 22. Afoha. Jump float, pass well. Inovo gets it right back. Picked up by Berge. Knigge with the running set. And Schiffer drives that one off the block. The entire Stingers squad wants a lift called against that set. Looked pretty clean to me. The point will stand. 22's on the board in set number 4. Afoha again from the inline. Hybrid serve. Passed well by Rosa. Chilton goes quick. Rohena wrist away, and then a little extra something through the net as he stares at Knigge after he scores. Rohena, undersized at 6'2", middle blocker, the smallest middle on the floor, scoring at a huge moment now. He's at the inline. Jump float serve. Again at Eisenberg. Perfect pass. Knigge blocked back, covered. Here comes Schiffer into the block. Saved. Chilton's there. Kept alive. Chance now for Utah. Romero off the hands. Knigge plays it. Alderman goes outside to Schiffer again on the left. Roll shot is easily picked up by Mencia. Romero goes hard off the hands for the point. What a turn of events. Utah back up by 2. And it's set point now for the Stingers. 24 serving 22. 2 chances to force the tiebreak. Here comes Rohena. Good serve right at Schiffer. Alderman back to Schiffer. Finds the seam. Ball hits the floor. Point for San Diego. 23 serving 24. Coach Holmes has got a timeout in the bank. He's not going to use it. Alderman at the inline for the Wild. Standing float serve right up Chandler Baugh. Perfect pass. Romero gets out of system. Eisenberg's there for the dig. Here comes Auerkamp, and he misses wide. The right side attack from San Diego travels out of bounds. 25-23 in favor of Utah. We're going the distance. Stay with us. Set number 5 after this quick timeout. Welcome back inside Long Beach City College and the NVA event number 5, second match of this Friday. We're starting out set number 5 here. The 15-point tiebreaker between the Utah Stingers and the San Diego Wild. San Diego Wild winning the first 2 sets, 25-21, 25-23. However, Utah has come storming back to take sets 3 and 4, 25-21 and 25-23. To force this 5th set tiebreaker, the sprint to 15 points. Looking to pull off the reverse sweep on this Friday afternoon from Long Beach. Utah on the left side of your screen will serve first. San Diego to receive, and the white on the right side of your screen. Reed Chilton gets us underway here. Float serve pass well, Eisenberg. Here comes Auerkamp, and Anovo Romero with the stuff down. Sending an early message here in set number 5. And Novo Romero making an argument for man of the match. Eisenberg pass well. Knigge gets denied. It's Zebro Hoyt with back-to-back stuffings. He says, Utah, give me 2. 2 shutdown blocks and 2 points for the Stingers. Chilton again. Serves over to Eisenberg. Alderman back to Carnegie, and that time the cross body crushing from Matt Carnegie. Matt Carnegie runs one of those slower, quick attacks through the middle, able to turn it back. Huge stuffing and side out. Here comes Mencia from the left side. He drives it through the block. Three serving one, Enovo Romero. Jump serves, right at Eisenberg. Passes off the net, Schiffer from the right. Ball blocks but covers, Our Camp gets stopped, and it's Mencia with a stuffing. 3 block points for the Stingers so far in set 5 alone. What a start by the Stingers side. 4-1 now in set number 5. Enovo Romero again from the inline, strong at Eisenberg. High pass, Schiffer tips it over. Rosa's there. He gets it over. Free ball to Wild. Now Schiffer again on the right. Chilton gets the dig. Mencia tracks it down. Second free ball now. Can they put it down? San Diego again overhead to Schiffer, and he misses wide! Unbelievable turn of events. 3 straight attacks from the right side. None of them worked, the third one being a hitting error. It's 5-1 Utah, and now San Diego calls a very early timeout in set number 5. Down by 4. Stay with us after this timeout. Here we go after the timeout. Utah 5 serving 1. Looking to pull off the reverse sweep. Romero, strong serve at Schiffer. Running set, they go to Our Camp. Oh, that ball was maybe going out of bounds. Played up by Rosa. Here comes Baugh. Blocked and covered. Good recycle now. Second chance. He goes right-handed. That one's dug. Another chance to Our Camp. Another stuffing. It's Mencia again. In memory of Ira Thor, reach out and stuff someone, Jorge Mencia. And now San Diego making a substitution. Alderman is out. Griebenau is in to set. Nick England reaching deep into his bag of tricks now. Has to pull a setter substitution. 6 serving 1. Romero at Eisenberg again. Our Camp misses wide, and the wheels have effectively fallen off the Wild bus right now. It's 7-1 in favor of Utah. Romero continuing this amazing service run. Nearly gets an ace, but it's a free ball. Advantage Stingers. Can they capitalize? They do. Romero on the Bick attack. We're going to side switch at 8-1 now in set number 5. Stingers in the driver's seat. A massive lead here. 8 serving 1 in set number 5. Romero misses that one. But what a run. The damage has certainly been done. Anovo Romero doing some work from the inline. Gets a massive lead for his team, up by 6 now, as Schiffer lobs it over to Rosa. Here comes Mencia, and he goes cross court for the winner. 9 serving 2. Hoyt tiptoes up to the inline, goes at Schiffer, passed well. Griebenau goes to Carnegie. Chilton was there, but they call it down. First official blows the whistle. Stingers don't like it. It's not a challengeable call, so, excuse me. Check that. It is a challengeable call, so Coach Russell Holmes indicates that he would like a second look at that play. Reed Chilton saying that he did in fact touch it. Maybe not all of it, but he got a piece. So he motioned up to the broadcast booth. Don't go anywhere after this match. Orange County Stunners taking on New Jersey Team Freedom in a battle for the top spot of their conference. New Jersey winning the early season matchup between those two clubs. Stunners riding a 7-match winning streak since that match. Following that match in the nightcap, it'll be the LA Blaze taking on Chicago Untouchables. Another entertaining Friday night matchup. 4 more matches on Saturday, capped off by the NVA All-Star Game for 2023. And then Sunday, the final 4 matches of the regular season. Lots on the line here in event number 5 for all these teams, looking to advance to the 8-team championship playoff weekend at the end of July. Back to it now. Matt Carnegie at the inline, 3 serving 9. Goes at Baugh, gets the overpass. Tight pass to Griebenau. Afoha goes hard. And now it's an overcall against Rohena. And the point will go to San Diego. Carnegie still at the inline, looking to add to their team's total. Down by 5. Tense moments here for San Diego as Rohena gets rewarded by Chilton through the middle to score the point. It's 10-4 in favor of Utah. San Diego taking care of a little moisture on the court here. Trying to ice Mencia at the end line, who's had a nice match for Utah with his service game. As we're ready to go now. 10 serving 4. Utah just 5 points away from pulling off a reverse sweep. Good serve. Goes to our camp, picked up by Romero. Chilton on the run. They go to Baugh, and he misses on that transition attack. And it's now 5 serving 10 with our camp. Catches the tape. Chilton on the run. They go to Mencia down the line. Eisenberg's there. That ball nearly hits the rafters. Played well. And there's a swing from the left side. Number 99, not his normal number. I believe that's Colby Elder who's come into the match. Mencia from the right, gets dug by, that ball goes out of bounds. Auerkamp got the dig, but Schiffer couldn't bring it back. Went for the foot volley kick save, but clearly his soccer skills not quite up to par. And it's 11-6. Is time running out for San Diego now? Certainly getting close as Chandler Baugh prepares his jump serve. Wildly misses that one out of bounds. San Diego saves the point. Seven serving 11, down by 4. San Diego looking for a little magic. Here's that high toss. Good serve, but passed well from Rosa. And Novo Romero hits that one to area 6 to score the point. Too much heat for the defender to handle. And a good side out that time from Utah. Rohena at the inline. 7 points on offense. No aces. Would love to get one there. Not quite. Good pass in. Schiffer, though, off the touch of the block, and it is called a point for San Diego. Siding out is not going to be enough for San Diego at this point of this 5th set. They have to score some real points. Carnegie has come into the front row. Afoha with the jump float. Passed well. They go to Romero down the line. It's called out of bounds. Might see a challenge come in if he's got only one challenge to use in set number 5, but they have a good enough lead that they don't need to use it right now. They opt to save it. I like that no challenge call from Russell Holmes. 9 serving 12. Good pass from Baugh. They go quick. Hoyt blocked back. Rosa has to chase it down. Romero over the shoulder. Good swing. And the attack goes long from Ratter. Got to appreciate the effort. However, the result was not what they were looking for. And it's now 13-9 Utah, but Nick England says, hold on a minute, please. I'm going to call my timeout to talk it over. Stay with us. The conclusion of set 5 right after this timeout. San Diego Wild utilizing their timeout. Down by 4 points now here in set number 5. They had a 2-set-to-lead advantage, and they haven't been able to respond to the Stinger pressure. Here comes Carnegie, controlled. Rosa's there. Chilton goes to Mencia. High off the hands, and he gets it to drop. Jorge Mencia scores. And now the Utah Stingers have gotten themselves to match point with 5 opportunities. Looking to pull off the reverse sweep. They've reached the summit. Can they make it to the top? Serve goes to Ratter. Schiffer drives that one cross court hard for the point. San Diego still alive. Match point number 2, pass by Rosa. Chilton goes overhead. Romero, Eisenberg gets a hand on it, but they can't control it. And the Utah Stingers have done it. They've come from behind, down 0-2. They pull off the reverse sweep. They climb the mountain and take the victory over the San Diego Wild. What a match and what an effort from both sides. Utah Stingers with a statement victory here today over the San Diego Wild. Game scores 21-25, 23-25 in favor of San Diego. Then the next three, 25-21, 25-23, and 15-10 in favor of the Utah Stingers, taking home the victory and sending a message to never count out this team from Utah. What an effort from both sides. Applauds to the crowd, applauds to the team. Wow is all I can say. Special thanks to my co-host Nick West. He had to leave after set number 2. Wish he could have stayed the rest of the way. Thanks for joining us here. Utah Stingers get the victory. Stay with us for more action. The next match starts in approximately 40 minutes. Orange County Stunners taking on New Jersey Freedom at 4 p.m. local time. And then the nightcap, 7 p.m. local time, LA Blaze taking on Chicago Untouchables. For our entire production crew here at the NVA, thanks for joining us. My name is Matt Prosser. We'll see you next time.